Hey, welcome to Hype Lounge Podcast. This is John Gonzalez from Sarasota, Florida. And I will be on this podcast today with...
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Drew Gill from Tampa, the 813, baby, you already know. And we're going to get things rolling. This is the Hyped Lounge Podcast coming to you late night live. Here we go.
Yeah, so this episode we're going to be talking about the previous week, last Thursday, which was... What day was that? That was August 25th. That was the first week of Supreme Week 1, in-store and online. It was definitely an interesting release. They had a lot of good stuff. Week 1 is always a lot of items. They do, like just everything to get the week going. Because if they didn't do everything in that week 1, it'd be like 30 weeks long, and they try to keep it between like 19 and 21 weeks.
Yeah.
Week 1 is just incredible because then they take a week. They take a week in between week 1 and week 2, so they get everything organized, shipped out, and then they start just bustling. Drop.
Yeah, I know people are already waiting for the next week to drop. I know I am. For sure, but we got enough.
Yeah, I got it
this first week. Yeah, man, there was some good stuff on this.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. Insane. It was actually a really good release for like normal people in store and online. Online being better for people who live not in New York and where they have other Supreme stores at. But yeah, I ended up copping about 10 items.
So they had some good pieces. I know one of the things that sold out first was that Andre shirt, man. Everybody wanted
Andre 3000. Yeah,
Andre 3000 shirt, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, that photo too is really iconic, and I believe he's wearing a Supreme box logo in the shirt, so that's even cooler. I know they try to incorporate Supreme pieces when they're doing the photo tees, but not all of them, obviously.
He's like modeling a Supreme shirt.
Yeah, it's really cool, super cool. Andre 3000 in general, I mean, he's a legend. People are like, but yeah, like I said, I ended up copying about 10 things. I got 2 Andre 3000 shirts, and I believe I got 2 Catwomen. I got the purple Slapshot, I think extra large. I know I ended up getting the olive oil. So
what was the Slapshot? That's the one with the
with like the
cursive lettering over the chest.
No, it wasn't cursive lettering, but it made it
said Supreme.
It said Supreme, but it kind of looked like they put like I think the speed marks behind it kind of made it like look like it was like.
What color did you get?
I got it in purple.
Purple, yeah.
I got an extra large. Sold out first. Yeah, that's the only one that actually sold out, like completely.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, which I wasn't expecting, but I mean, my favorite color is purple. So
yeah,
I go for anything. I go for anything purple.
That Andre shirt sold out in a few minutes.
Yeah, so it was a little bit slower. It did sit. And the biggest thing about this week that I saw I'm in a Reddit forum group for Supreme clothing, and somebody was talking about that now you can cart the same style in 2 different colors. That used to never be a thing. There used to be one style per color. So, like, if you wanted an Andre 3000 and you wanted it in the tomato colorway, you could only get one shirt in that colorway. So, now they've allowed people to get 2 colors in the same style. So, I don't know if that's going to be happening all season long. I guess we'll have to figure it out because I would have got. Cool. Yeah, no, it's the first time.
First come, first
ever.
serve.
Yeah, so it's the first time they've ever done that because they used to be really strict. It's one color per style.
Yep.
So if you wanted another example is the Andre 3000. If you wanted red, you can only get it in red.
You better get the color you want.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting because I was so shocked that I got multiple. I'm like, whoa, that's kind of weird.
So what colors did you get of that shirt then?
I got the lime green and the stone. I got the lime green and the small and the stone, I think in an extra large. I'd have to look. I haven't gotten shipping for anything yet, so I don't know. I know I got all the charges. I spent like $750, but that's because why not,
Right.
So the first week 1 was crazy. But like I said, I got I got the olive oil, so I can't wait to see how big it is and what the design on it is.
That's sold out.
Yeah, it should be really cool. I ended up getting a toolbox too. I think I got the red one.
I'm pretty sure the toolbox is sold out.
Yeah, it's sold out too.
Yep.
Yeah, so then I got the Beanie Baby, which is sold out.
Yep, for sure. That sold out quick.
Yeah, that was really fast. And
Super
then
fast.
I also got a Supreme deck, which is not sold out. Then I got a shoulder bag for me personally for when I go to events and stuff. So then did that. And yeah, I believe that's everything. I'd have to look to see how much I got of each, but at the moment that's everything I got.
There you go. Yeah, I got a small Catwoman tee.
Yeah, I'm gonna end up buying that off you, but
Green? You want it?
Yeah, I'm gonna end up taking it. Yeah, whenever it comes in,
All right.
I'm gonna buy it. Yeah.
Bet you got it.
Oh, that's right. I also got a Catwoman shirt too. I got the black medium,
Okay.
and I think I got another color. I'd have to look to be sure, but I know for sure I got a black medium and a Catwoman.
And all those colors are sold out, aren't there? Or there's a few still available, but I think the green one did sell out.
The green one definitely sold out. I can check real quick. It's a good thing about technology. It's always at our fingertips. All right, let's see. T-shirts, Catwomen. The only one that didn't sell out was the white, gray, red. So the white still has the medium and large. The gray still has a medium and large. Red still has medium. So if anyone wants, by the time you hear this, it might still be in stock. But yeah, I ended up getting a black and a white extra large, I believe. So I got a few multiples, which is kind of, like I said again, really surprising. First time that's ever happened. Any other season, they're like strict one of each piece. Like,
Yeah.
there's no ifs, ands, or buts, unless you have a whole different card, but then you need whole different information. So like if you have like multiple cards or like multiple addresses, it works. So like they're really strict, and they don't allow privacy or credit. No, they don't allow privacy cards, which is like, another pretty much a fictitious card that you can turn on and off that allows you to do like if you don't want someone like taking your info online, stuff like that. So,
But now they're letting us do multiples.
yeah, that's going to be really interesting because if they're allowing you to do multiples, that means that there's either a lot of stock or they're like finally realizing people are going to buy multiple pieces at once and they want to keep people around. But we'll see because Supreme is kind of corporate now since they sold some of their shares. I think for around like 600 or 500 to 600 million, like a year or two ago, which I think was SS19 or SS20. One of those two. But they ended up selling and some like corporate like entity like pretty much bought them and started making more stock, but we'll see. But this season should be really good. There's a lot of fire pieces on Supreme Community that shows you like what they're dropping without the collabs, because they do collabs every year, and I think we should start seeing collabs in like anywhere between week 3 and 5, I think.
Okay.
So it should be really good. So what else did you get? You said you got a Catwoman.
Yeah, I got the green
small
Catwoman tee, and I wound up with bandana tees.
Bandana tees.
Yeah, 3-pack of.
You're gonna keep those
tees.
for personal. The
We'll
bandana
see how
tees.
those,
I've seen them. I've seen pictures of people wearing them. And they look pretty cool.
yeah.
It's definitely a step up from their regular white Hanes shirt. So that should be pretty good.
Let's see how they fit.
Yeah, that'll be. What'd you get? What size did you get them in? Extra large or?
Yeah.
Yeah, they should fit pretty good. I believe Supreme runs a little big, not by a crazy amount, but they run a little big. So
That's
extra
good. They should
extra
be
large,
comfy.
yeah, extra large should be good. That should be good size. But yeah, so now week 1's over with. They're gonna take a week off, and then week 2.
And then when's the drop for week 2?
That
the date on that?
should be. Let me check the calendar. That should be September 8th. Should be September 8th.
September 8th?
Yeah, so they'll take September 1st off, as they usually do, and then once everything ships, because how big week 1 is, like it would be crazy to do like another week without having to ship the previous stuff. So because of how many items they release in week 1, and how crazy that usually is, because like the Supreme website coming back usually doesn't work, all that. week 2 is like, okay, we got everything sent out, everything's good, we're gonna start going in a rhythm, and then so that's what I like about Supreme is that they once they stick to it, like they're not like, oh, we're like, they'll let you know when they close because of like holidays and stuff, but like they'll let you know like a week in advance. They're not like, oh, last minute, sorry, we're closing, no drop at all.
Yeah.
Like, they let you know like weeks in advance. They're like, yeah, we're closing, like we're gonna take this off, and then like we'll just extend the season out.
So will they close the store before they do the next drop, or will they?
No, so the store,
keep it open until
it'll stay open because they don't. The only time they actually like close it is when they take the 3 months off, like completely for the new season. That's the only time they ever really close it to where people can't buy it. So like the next Supreme drop, it'll be at 11 o'clock, and sometimes the items will drop like 30 seconds early, but a lot of times once the stock actually loads, that's when you can buy it, So, but the only people who have that advantage are botters, which botters are usually on hype drops. Sometimes they're not really and botters don't even get anything because a lot of times they'll do the capture where you got to move the puzzle, stuff like that to kind of give manual people, like people who are manual, a chance. It's not a big chance, but it's a chance.
Yeah.
It's that half second. Am I faster? Yes, I am. And then because especially if you have your info saved, and then Apple Pay is huge. That's a big thing now because they used to do. They added PayPal. Now they do Apple Pay, and Apple Pay is just click.
Super fast.
It's super fast, yeah.
Cool.
And usually it loads up, and a lot of times it'll load up, and like you'll get charged before you even see like the confirmation thing. So that's usually when you get a charge, even though you won't get an email sometimes because they're delayed. You may even never get an email saying, "Oh, this is what you bought," but like you'll get a shipping email. As long as the charge sticks, you're usually like 99% good. So that's what I like about Supreme.
Well, we'll see then. I'll use the Apple Pay technique on this next drop, and I'm going to get what I want.
Yeah, we'll see. There's a lot of fire pieces dropping.
Do we know what's dropping on the next
No,
week?
they'll tell us. They'll let us know not this Tuesday, but the following Tuesday.
Okay.
So they always.
So what's that? A couple days before it drops?
Yeah. So it's always a couple days. They do the Tuesday before. Like they'll make a list on Monday, like a partial list, and then Tuesday will be like the full list. Like usually like Tuesday evening, you'll know like everything dropping on that day. Because Tuesday is their in-store registration. So Tuesday at 11 is when you register for Thursday. They'll give you Tuesday. They're like, okay, we do like the charge to make sure the card works because you got to bring your card and ID with you. A lot of the times now, not for back doors and stuff like that, but that's different because in store is like a different beast than online. So you have to bring your debit card, your ID, and then like you'll get a text saying, we'll send out. If you do get selected, they give you a number. Usually on Wednesday. So like there's different time slots. You have like the 11, and I think there's like a 1:30 and a 3, but I could be wrong. But usually like if you're in the morning spot, like you're good. You're usually gonna be able to get stuff. But sometimes in store can be different. Like they'll change up like the rules and stuff. Cause I have somebody who goes in store for me, and like if they're not buying what I want, I'll be like, hey, I want this. So we'll see how that goes.
In a Supreme store?
Yeah.
Where's that at?
So you have.
There's one around here.
No, God, I wish. Florida has 0. So they're in New York. There's 3 I think 2 in New York, Brooklyn and Manhattan. There might be 3, but I know Brooklyn and Manhattan. And then,
you have somebody that goes in the stores for you.
Yeah. So he likes shopping for Supreme anyway. So I'm like, hey, just like let me know. Like I'll be like, hey, are you signing up? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. Just let me know, like if you get a spot, and then we'll go over what I want.
Hell yeah, that's
as
awesome.
long as he's not going for it. But if he is going for it, depending, sometimes they allow multiples in store. because like it's like I said, it's a different beast. It's not like online, but like I said, if they're gonna change online, then it's even better. Honestly, that means I can get like 2 cool colorways depending on the colorways and all that. And
Yeah, straight up, first come, first serve.
Yeah, so
you grab it, you get it.
So with the in-store, that'll be interesting. But yeah, he was supposed to give me more stuff, like more like, Beanie Babies and all that stuff. He was supposed to get me like a couple, but he ended up not getting selected. So, but
man, yeah, you got a Beanie Baby. Those Beanie Babies are dope.
Yeah, they're cool. They're not going for a whole lot, but they're pretty cool. They'll probably go, $30 is nothing, honestly. They'll probably go eventually, like probably
$50.
I'd probably like 6 months to a year. They'll probably go for about 100, 150.
You think so?
And then like maybe like 5 years down the line, like,
4th of July.
They'll just go crazy.
When 4th of July rolls back around.
Yeah,
next
they'll go
year.
crazy between like 3 and 5 years from now, because like Supreme probably won't do another Beanie Baby at all or anything similar, because like they have a teddy bear that's wearing like a box logo sweater that like wasn't doing crazy numbers, but like now it's like starting to like, as people use it on display, gets used, it, somebody tucks it away.
Yeah.
It just gets scarcer and scarcer, even though there's a lot out there. Like,
yeah, a good
the amount of
quality
people,
one, the value of it goes up.
Yeah, because like as the time goes on, and like Supreme will have bad seasons, and they'll have good seasons. Like fall winter's already going off on a good note so far. So
yeah, there was a lot of good pieces on that drop.
A lot of good pieces, yeah. Even if everything didn't sell out, which I don't expect everything to sell out because that's just how it is.
Yeah, I have an honorable mention, if I may. I liked the elephant pants and the elephant jacket.
The elephant pants.
I really
jacket.
actually
yeah,
do.
No,
at first I didn't, and then they really grew on me. I don't know.
The design
is that a character from something? Or
I have no idea. It's probably something they just cooked up, and they were just like,
that
cool.
elephant character had a lot of attitude.
The pants, and then they're doing a skateboard with it that they already didn't. I didn't see, but either it's still gonna be dropping like later in the season. No, I think it's gonna be dropping later in the season. But yeah, that elephant character, I was like, I almost did, and then I was like, you know what? I'm not really.
If I had a bunch of extra money, for like myself, I would definitely grab that.
Yeah, I mean, retail is only $44, so it's like $55 shirt. It's not the end of the world, but no, I totally feel you.
It may resell.
Eventually, if it does sell out, but if it's still sitting on there, it'll go for about retail, which is like $40-$45. So we'll see.
Those pants were like $130 too, so
it's
kind of like
yeah. Their pants are usually expensive, but they have a lot cooler ones coming out. Like they have flight pants coming out. Like
flight pants.
Yeah, so it's almost like parachute pants. You know how like they're like puffy-ish. But like they look almost like joggers, but like they're kind of like the design on them is cool.
Like baggy joggers?
Yeah. I would have to assume like baggy joggers, like possibly, because like I want a pair of like parachute pants,
All right, yeah, we'll have to see the designs on those.
Like parachute pants,
boy.
That's like old school, but like people were still making fun of them back then. But I'm just like, no one wears them anymore.
Bring that back.
Yeah, no
They're
one wears
comfy.
Them. Yeah. It just doesn't work in Florida, But
you can't
we'll
hack
see.
comfy.
Yeah,
I don't know. We're cold right now. We're sitting inside with jackets on.
Yeah, but I mean, it's because it's indoors, man.
So if we go to the mall,
got a good air conditioner.
Inside of the mall with a good air conditioning, we'll rock our parachute pants all day.
Definitely.
Not on the beach though.
No, God, no. Could you imagine? You might fly away on the beach.
Okay, cool. So we got September 8th is the next drop.
Is the next drop, yeah.
So that means September 6th. Keep your eyes out.
Yeah,
the
Tuesday
you can
before.
find that where supremecommunity.com. Is that where it is? Where you can find under drop lists.
Yeah, drop lists of week 2, yeah.
And you'll find that.
They're pretty accurate. They'll let you know if it's a partial list, full list, and then like if anything's delayed. Usually they're pretty good. They're on it. So
you see what you like, get ready. The next one's coming September 8th.
Yeah.
That's good.
Supreme's gonna be, like I said, man, it's gonna be a really good season, I think. I think the collabs are going to go fire. There's even talks of being a new Supreme SB Blazer, which is crazy because they haven't made one of those in like, I think like 10 years, something like that. So it may even been longer, but they have a bunch of shoes from like back then, like 2003, 2002, like 20 years ago that they made. Cause like back then they were a skate shop and they just came out with like, Dunks, the SBs and all that. And like they have so many, they have like the Dunk Highs, which are really, really rare in dead stock condition. Cause of course you can find almost anything you want used. Like, it's easy to find something used because someone back then wore them and you're like, oh, okay, But, like, to find something brand new, even though it does happen, but, like, no yellowing, nothing wrong, OG all, like, it's hard.
Yeah, super rare.
For a good price, because once you get into the really rare factor, even though there are marketplace prices, like, who knows, like, even though it tells you when they last happened, like, who knows when someone's thinking about, oh, I'm trying to find that pair, let me buy them on stock for $5,000. And it's like, okay, well, no one buys them and, like, the lowest bid is $5,000 and the highest is like $11,000. Where do you put it in between that? Someone's going to be willing. Someone's going to be not going to be willing to pay $11,000 because if someone else has a brand new pair, they can put it the new market price for like $8,000.
Right.
So it's just like, but again, it's finding that pair. Like it's trying to find a brand new pair for someone to wear. But I mean, we're talking about like 20-year-old shoes, which is so crazy because like
that's a super rare shoe.
Yeah, rare and like good, brand new, like never worn condition.
Yeah,
like, you're talking thousands of dollars.
That was the days where everybody wore the shit out of their shoes.
Well, no, I mean, obviously you had like the collectors, but like they liked it. They just weren't expecting them to, because like even back then. Those pairs were still going, they weren't going crazy.
Those were everyday shoes.
They were, they were normal shoes and they were really cool. And then as the idea of reselling came like really popular, people were like, oh, wow, Because for the longest time, SBs were doing nothing. You couldn't even get rid of SBs, which is so crazy to think because the amount of colorways they had. Some of those shoes, like, if I could go back 5 years from like pre-COVID, forget COVID, it's not a real reality of like what happened before that, and like even a little like back to like 2015, like, oh my God, like 7 years ago, pairs were sitting. You could go into your local skate shop and buy SBs. You could buy SBs for retail, little above retail, like, because people couldn't get rid of them. People liked them and they were cool, but like people were buying them to like potentially skate in them.
Yeah.
Because that was what they were meant for. And like people were like trying to resell them and people were like, nah,
Yeah, they weren't
because like skating kind of died for a bit. Like, it's back. It's like, it's probably better than ever now,
Yeah.
And so when like SBs were starting to die out and then all of a sudden celebrities started to wear SBs, Travis Scott and the Stussies, like, oh my God.
Because skateboarding became popular amongst celebrities,
became more more popular. SBs became popular. Like celebrities were wearing them. Like I said, Travis Scott and the Stussies, and then Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner were wearing them, and everyone started jumping on the SB train because honestly, there are some really, really nice SBs out there. Like, the colorways go crazy. Now they could just, I'm not saying remake any of those, but come out with like those type of SBs. Forget it. Like some of the SBs are nice. Some of the SBs are nice, but some of them they're just lackluster. You're like, we're in 2022. Like,
yeah, they're doing
come out with a crazy colorway, and I guarantee you, like, people will lose their minds. And I'm not talking like, don't make it like rare. Like make it something that is like middle of the pack. If you want to make like 50,000 of them, I'm game. 100,000 of them, okay, I'm game. Like. There's going to be like 2 million people trying to go for them.
Yeah.
I'm game. Like, sign me up. Like, put some numbers on them, and like people will be like, wow. Because of like the normal, even though I'm a reseller, like if the normal people can get to them, they will be more liked. They will be more liked. People will wear them, and people will be like, oh my gosh, like I've been missing out on SBs.
Yeah.
That fat tongue, they're comfy, like the style they are. and they're a better Dunk Low. Like Dunk Lows are kind of trash. Like some of the colorways are sick, but like Dunk Lows are just, you know, they're a little bit, they're cheaper than an SB. Like they're, you know, they're like they're like the step cousin twice removed. You know, like the Dunk Lows are cool, but like the SBs just take it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, they take the cake. For
yeah,
sure.
So many cool colorways, you know.
The Dunk's like a wannabe SB.
Yeah, you know, and speaking of dunks, like here we are with another Panda Dunk.
Yeah, there's a Panda Dunk. I mean, it's pretty cool looking. You know,
it's definitely different, but here we are with the
what
Panda
did you call
Dunk colorway.
Panda Dunks? What'd you call them? The recession beater.
Oh, yeah, they're recession proof.
Recession proof shoes. You
yeah,
know,
because they're like about to be on their like 20th restock in like 6 months,
and they'll always resell.
For now, depending on how many they actually have and how many they're going to restock over the next year.
But the ones they're dropping are pretty cool.
It's
like textured leather.
Yeah, they're better. Yeah, and I think the retail is $120 because of the leather that they're using.
Yeah.
And then it's got that really nice. What do you like?
Yeah, it's like a championship ring on the lace near the toe. It's pretty dope looking. Yeah, and it's got some gold accents on it. You know, the Nike stitching is gold.
Oh, it's gold Nike stitching? Yeah. Oh, wow.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, that would be sick. I know you're telling me the pendant on like the toe near the toe box is it looks like a championship.
Yeah, there's
that's fire.
Yeah,
retail's
cool.
only 120, so I mean I would expect those to do pretty well. Because I mean honestly, I think it's an upgraded Panda Dunk really.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
It's nice, yeah.
It's a Panda Dunk redesigned.
Yeah,
a little bit, but it's got little elegant accents on it.
Yeah,
you know,
it makes
it a little bit more sophisticated.
Yeah,
you know
a little bit.
It's not the same old
fancier.
Panda Dunk.
Yeah, a little bit fancier. So that'll be interesting.
So that'll be pretty good. And then there's the blue and white one.
Yeah, the reverse UNCs, which that's a really really clean colorway. And I'm a fan of UNC. Like the UNC Dunks, they've only restocked once. So I mean they're sitting around like $350 in all sizes, which is really good, you know, for a dunk being $100 retail. And so the UNC reverse colorway should be really good.
Yeah, I really
nice.
like these dunks. I mean, it's a really really vibrant blue, and I like the reverse on it. It looks really really nice.
Yeah,
it's more white than blue.
Yeah,
you know,
the white's really good, and where they put the blue was nice.
Yeah, the strong blue, you know, shines out through it. It's really nice.
Yeah, so that should do really good. And then speaking of another reverse, is the reverse Panda Dunk, which they're actually not calling the reverse. They're not calling it the reverse Panda Dunk. They're putting a different name on it. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
It's basically a reverse Panda Dunk.
Yeah, it's basically a reverse Panda Dunk new name. What are they calling it as? Let's see, what does StockX have?
That's what we got coming out this week. A bunch of dunks.
I guess I'm just calling it the reverse Panda still. I thought I saw something today that said yeah, I guess there's let's see. Yeah, I guess they're just calling it the reverse Panda Dunk. I thought they were calling it something else.
So we got a reverse Panda
story.
Dunk.
Yeah, it's just a reverse Panda Dunk. So instead of being black around the toe box, it's going to be a black toe box, you know, white, and then like the middle panel is going to be black, white swoosh, you know.
Okay.
So
yeah, that'll look nice. Those
it's
would be
not
worth
bad.
looking
Not
at
bad.
for sure.
Yeah, cheap retail on dunks, so that's why they become so popular. And resale, honestly, even on the Panda Dunks, wasn't crazy. I think at first it was sitting around like $250, $300, depending on size, and then like now it's sitting like under $200 in all sizes.
Yeah, like $185.
Yeah. So it's. I mean, I can see why everyone likes them because they're going to keep restocking them. That means more regular people, more like people who like dunks or like that shoe in general colorway can wear them.
Yeah.
And then, like, if they beat them to death, they can go get another pair,
Yeah, for sure.
Because, like, what's $185? Not saying I'm, like, super rich, but, like, you're a shoe collector. What's $185 every, like, 6 months or something,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, maybe half a paycheck.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
just a
if
super
that,
standard, super popular
yeah,
shoe,
just
you know?
super popular.
Like a Chevy Silverado, you know? Come out with new Chevy Silverados and they keep reselling, you know?
Yeah, they're just, you know. So we'll see. We'll see how many times I restock them. Probably like another 10 times.
Yeah, and then there was the scratch off swoosh dunk too.
Yeah, they're calling that the lottery dunk.
The lottery dunk, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, so the lottery dunk. What kind of description do they have on the lottery dunk? So it says, like trying your luck on a bodega scratch-off ticket, scoring the kicks of your dreams is a gamble as iconic as it is rewarding. So it's going to be a gray fog, blue chill, pink foam, black. So the swoosh will be scratchable, and there's a design underneath. It also comes with a nice hang tag. Let's see what that says. Oh, it says the ultimate dunks scratch off coin. Oh, it comes with the coin to scratch off the dunk.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And
I did not see that.
And that's in a bag?
No, it comes on the shoe. Like it's a hang tag on the shoe. So
wow.
you can use it, like you can just use it right then and there. Like
That's
if you
cool.
wanted to, yeah. So it looks like you'll be able to scratch it off right that. So yeah, like the Nike on the tongue is gonna be pink and like a pink and white, and then the inside sole is gonna be that blue chill. The blue chill. The pink foam is gonna be on the blue chill, on the insoles. So it looks like a pretty nice dunk. It's gonna be $120 retail. So
that'll do good.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, that'll do good.
So I'm really interested. I haven't seen the design underneath, but I'm assuming it's got to be cool.
Yeah, I wonder what it is. Yeah,
cool. So
makes
we'll
me want
see.
to get a pair just to scratch it off.
Just to scratch it off, yeah. Even if you don't wear them, just to scratch it off. Because I really like the scratch off shoes. Like they've had a few. They actually did probably about 3, 4, maybe even 5 years ago at this point. They have a Nike Air Jordan 1 SB, and it was a idea based on another shoe called the Lance Mountain Jordan 1s, which is the idea was you were supposed to skate in them and wear them away, and there's another color underneath that's like the actual colorway of the shoe. It's like a scratch off. So they did 2 of them, which is one called LA to Chicago. So it was an LA colorway, purple and yellow. And then underneath, if you scratch it off, it turned to red and white.
Wow.
So it was LA to Chicago, and then they did NY to Paris, which was a gray like a gray top layer, and then the underneath was like this nice like pink.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so they've in the Lance Mountain was I think red and blue, something like that. So yeah, I like when SB does, stuff like that. Things that are meant to be like worn away or like cut or like, you can do different designs. Cause I've seen people do like cool designs on like they'll scratch off just like the swoosh, or like they'll just scratch off, certain parts where you'd like kick flip, and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's
so,
like
the
an
toe
interactive
box.
shoe,
Yeah, so it's like,
it evolves
you see,
as you wear it. You know, it's pretty dope.
That's the whole idea, because like, yeah, you were supposed to like use them or skate in them, and like you would see where people like, would flick at and this and that, because like the board would eventually like wear it away or anything you did. So
and parts of the shoe would be worn and parts of it wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really cool. And then each shoe's different depending on like how you skate,
what
or
kind
how
of
you wear the
design.
shoe. Yeah,
some people would just take it all off. So
I'm excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a mystery behind that swoosh.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I'm sure there are some pictures leaked, but like
never know for sure.
Yeah, you never know. So
that'll be dope.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And what else we got going on this week?
Another dunk.
There was that dark green dunk that's coming out too. I can't remember exactly what they're calling that color, but it was a high that's coming out.
Oh, it's probably like a vintage high.
That would look pretty nice too. We got all dunks coming out this week.
Yeah, a lot of dunks.
Yeah, they're all coming out this week. We're looking on, what is today?
It's a Noble Green White University Gold.
There you go. Yeah, Noble Green White University Gold. Those look pretty nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What are those selling for?
So retail's $125.
Okay, yeah, those will do pretty well.
They'll probably resell for like $150-ish, $160, somewhere in that range. Yeah, it's a good colorway.
That's what we got coming out this week. Just all dunks.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few sixes coming out if you're into sixes.
Yeah, you got the Georgetown. It's a really nice suede. Yeah, it's a really nice suede. Jordan 6. So.
Yeah, and there's
it's like a gray suede.
That's nice. And I saw a cream and gold one.
Yeah, that should be good. Other than that, there's not a whole lot more that's really, really coming out. Nothing that's... Oh, well, there's a Jordan 1 utility, which comes with it's a white and neutral, like, indigo color.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's a good one.
The pouch. The pouch looks really cool. It actually
it's like a shoe fanny pack.
Yeah, it looks really big, honestly, like, on the back of it. So I don't know how that will look. And it's definitely removable. And that, like, looks like you can actually, like, put something in there, you know.
Are those the ones that are, like, indigo and orange?
Yeah, the indigo, orange, and white.
Yeah, those look nice.
It's really cool because I think Travis, well, I shouldn't say, I don't know if he was the very first person, but on his Jordan 6 collab, the green olive, which was one of the first colorways of the 6s, had a utility pouch too. Like it had like a little like thing you could put something in, you know, whatever you wanted. Yeah, it was so like
fanny pack.
Yeah, so that idea has come out on a few different shoes. But that bag actually looks pretty decent sized, honestly. And you get 2 of them, so
something pop out and make you walk on water.
I don't know. Maybe you could do something. I don't know. You could put like an inflatable raft in there if you wanted to.
You put your Skittles in there.
Yeah. You're like, hey, I'm tying my shoe, Skittle.
Yeah.
So yeah,
no, that's cool. That's a cool concept.
Yeah, I don't think the shoe will necessarily. It'll probably sell out, but it won't do crazy numbers. But it's a cool concept for sure.
What's that called?
The Jordan 1. Air Jordan 1 utility.
Utility, yeah, that's what I thought.
So it's retailing for about $109. So if you want to buy it, it'd probably be about in the range of like 200 plus. So, but yeah, that's one of the other.
It'll resell at about 200.
Yeah, it'll probably do retail or below. Honestly, it'll probably do because like once you pay for it, you'll probably be paying like $205 because tax and then like shipping.
Yeah.
Which they usually do free shipping, so you're just paying for the tax at that point. But like if a shoe's $170, you buy it for $181, and then if a shoe is retailing for $181, you're paying like $190 something, like $192. So you're gonna be paying like over like $200 for them for sure. But it won't be like crazy. But I wouldn't buy them if you're like trying to resell them because they probably will not resell.
Yeah.
Just because like
they're a good novelty shoe.
Yeah, they're a cool idea, but like they're not game changing, and many people probably, you know, the average collector will probably be like, oh cool, you know, I'll throw these in my collection because they're, you know, you probably won't see another utility for like another year or so something. So
because why not, or just wear the hell out of them and
enjoy
them,
just enjoy them. Who cares?
Put some coins in them so everybody knows where you are, you know.
You know, you're on a hike and you're like,
they're a dope shoe to say you have for sure, you know?
Yeah, you'll be like, oh yeah, cool, look at this. People are gonna be like, where'd you get those, you know, what are those, you know? Like imagine, because like, you know, some clothing, like some men's clothing, don't have good pockets. Like, I don't know if that affects you, but like I've had to like, I'll buy pants or something like that, you know, and like they've like sewn the back pocket. So
Yeah.
like, and I'm like,
What's the
wait
point?
a
That could be a
second.
pocket.
That could be a pocket. It is a pocket
Here's
because
where the pocket should be.
like it'll be like the button, and like I'll go to like because sometimes I throw things in my back pocket,
Yeah.
and like I'll like I'll feel where they stitch it together, and like I'll break the stitching because I'm like I want the back pocket, and it's a full back pocket.
Yeah.
So like I'm like yo,
Why they
like,
stitch it?
I'm like it makes no sense.
So
So sometimes clothing, men's clothing, and I'm sure it happens with females too, but like that could be another pocket if you're like, oh, my
Yeah.
pockets are full or something, and you're like, oh, I got these. Let me throw something small in there, You find like
so
a
you
rock
always
or a
have
coin.
a pocket on your shoe that's nice and reliable.
Yeah, you have two because one for each shoe, so it's
Yeah.
not like okay, you find coins or you find like you picked
Yeah,
up a
you don't
shell.
have to carry a purse.
Yeah,
And
not
you don't have to wear
necessarily.
clothes with a pocket too.
Yeah,
what I'm
not. I
saying?
mean, depending on what you have. Yeah.
So you can wear them yoga pants
Yeah, if you're
and not
bringing
carry a purse too.
if you're trying to bring something like small, like cash or something like that,
It's
yeah,
a good idea.
you could throw them in there, yeah. Or if you find like a shiny coin on the ground,
And they're a Jordan 1 utility.
Jordan 1 utility, yeah,
Pretty dope.
not a bad colorway either. So
Yeah, no, indigo, orange, white.
yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice looking. Cool. All right, so. And then what do we got coming up next weekend? Are you doing anything?
Oh,
You got
yeah.
anything special going on?
yeah. So this weekend, September 3rd, I'm going to another sneaker convention in Orlando. It's the Orlando Sneaker Convention. It's my first time actually doing an event with them because I've always done the Sneaker Travelers. But it looks like they have a really cool venue. So we'll see. And apparently, because usually they have like a whole like group that goes with them that will bring food to your table. So
What?
yeah, like they, I guess you like, hey, like I want something, and obviously you pay them or whatever,
Oh, wow.
like whatever.
Like butlers or some shit?
I don't know. I'm kind of intrigued on the idea because I saw a video on their Instagram and I was like, oh, like that seems really convenient. Like I'm gonna do that.
And that's this specific convention?
I guess so. I
Wow.
mean, yeah. So I was kind of intrigued because they were showing like a little snippet of it. And I was
And
like,
are
oh,
you getting
cool.
a table?
Yes.
And you're going by yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the table is about $85.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm bringing
That's not
about
bad.
35 pairs and like 10 pieces of clothing. I'm hoping that everything I bought from Supreme will be here by Saturday. If not, then no big deal. But it'd be nice to bring 10 more
Yeah.
pieces with me because they're like $750 would be like crazy because I could turn that into like $1,000.
Yeah.
Add the $250 if not more because it's gonna be all the new Supreme stuff and people are gonna be like, oh, I missed out on that.
That's going to sell out there quick, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm really hoping to bring the Beanie Baby because that'd be like an eye catcher.
Yeah, you can set the price on that one.
Yeah, so even
Like 75 on it.
yeah, $75, $80, something like that. But we'll see. If not, no big deal. There's always more events to go to. So I'm just hoping. But I have little faith.
Yeah, me too.
But-
Because then you can buy mine and sell it there.
Yeah, so that's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, so sneaker convention September 3rd, Orlando, Florida. From I think 12 to 7 again. I'm not too sure on the time, but I know.
Is it the same convention center that?
No, it's a different convention center, so it's a little bit farther than the one I went to last time. I think like the time to get there was like 2.5 hours versus like the 2 hours. But I could have just been looking at it on a bad time,
Yeah.
Because I looked at it like in the middle of the day because I'm like, oh, I'll just look to see where it's at. It's about 2.5 hours. So thinking about the same time I left last time, which was like 7:30 in the morning, something like that. And then I think earlier the better because then no traffic. And then coming back home wasn't bad either. So
Yeah. Well, we'll see who shows up to this one,
yeah, they I don't know any of the special guests that they have, but I mean we'll see. It's supposed to be, I guess, people like I don't know if they're from Orlando, but like they're like known in Orlando. So
The people who are putting on the event.
Putting on the event and like the people that they have like promoting it, especially like
Okay.
guesting it. But like I personally don't know them. They may be like popular to Orlando or something like
Like
that.
Orlando local.
Yeah, like local people that are like, popular there who are, somebody. Because like Sarasota, we don't like, not that I'm aware of that we have.
Yeah, we
anyone.
don't have that yet.
I was gonna say we don't really
Trying
have.
to build that, people.
Well, I mean, yeah, because I want to do a sneaker event here.
Yeah, Robarts.
Yeah, I would rather I'd do it at Robarts Arena, and that would be a pretty good location.
Goal.
Yeah, because like I think
We can make that happen.
Yeah, I think to rent it out is like $3,000 or $4,000, something like that. I'd have to look again because I was looking because I was like, oh, you know what, Sarasota's never like.
It is not too bad.
It's never an event like we've never done. So like, tickets being like $15, like, okay, and then like doing the tables and whatnot. But again, I don't know. I've never thrown an event, so I don't know what really goes on.
But then you need somebody to MC the event or MC it yourself.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's just a lot of work. But I mean, like once you
do it though.
Yeah,
make it happen.
Yeah, once you get people that show up and you're like, oh, now we can use the ticket money to buy this because everyone's spending money. So, you put out tickets for $15 and, you have, say you sell like 2,000 tickets. Like,
yeah.
So.
Yeah, we need to put it on. That's a goal. We need to bring the lifestyle to these people, dude. That's the mission.
Yeah, because I mean,
Bring
you'd be
Sarasota,
making about
Beach
like
Town.
you'd be doing 30,000, paying the DJ, probably like 3,000-4,000, maybe 5,000. Still leaves you at 25,000. You'd buy all the tables, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah, it's a possibility because I mean, I've never heard anyone been like, hey, we should throw a sneaker event here. Like, I've thought about it, but I'm a nobody.
Build the hype around here.
Yeah, I'm a nobody when it comes
Who's
to.
Who's gonna come to Sarasota?
Yeah, I'm a nobody when it comes to like throwing events and stuff. So
yeah,
it'll definitely be interesting.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely an idea to throw around out there. See if we can't get somebody, maybe one of these people who throw the events, to be like, hey, like what does it take? Or like, would you be interested in doing an event in Sarasota? Like, we have a whole like thing. This is how much it costs. Like,
yeah,
I want to be a part of it. What can I do to like, have my name there? Yeah, like, oh, presented by Hype Lounge, but these are the people that are throwing it. But like, there's a reason that they're coming to Sarasota.
Yeah,
something like that.
Can we like sponsor the event?
Yeah,
and then you
like
guys
just sponsor
MC it or whatever.
Yeah, let me put my name there. You guys get paid, I get paid. DJ gets paid, everyone gets paid.
Yeah,
obviously,
we're all making money.
Yeah, because I think that'd be really, really cool. Because honestly, being a reseller and being a normal person at the same time, everywhere I go, like I see sneakers like everywhere. And like, because like, do I like traveling? Yes. But do I want to not travel all the time? Yes. Like if I could start throwing an event once a year, I'm game. Some like a huge like a 2-day event, 3-day event, or something like that. Just to like
a shoe festival.
Really build the hype. And
that's
be
the
like,
next thing is a shoe festival.
Yeah, just like a whole like thing. Indoor, outdoor, like the whole like
a fair with shoes.
Yeah, a whole like thing. And
professional artists, music artists.
Yeah,
and stuff
bring
like
live music and bring like do like the whole food truck thing and
shoe festival.
Yeah, do everything.
That'd be dope.
Because like obviously
Ferris wheels.
It would be way more than shoes. It'd be like literally everything.
Yeah.
So
a lifestyle festival.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Hype Lounge festivals. We just manifested it. We're gonna throw Hype Lounge festivals.
I mean, yeah. So it's something to definitely think about. I think a lot of people would show up because like it would be, you could be almost like anything. It wouldn't even have to just be shoes. It could be like people who just turn into like a whole thing.
Yeah,
like a whole thing.
Like people starting clothing brands and they
clothing
bring all
brands,
their new stuff.
Yeah, because like that's what sneaker events do. Like they're way more than sneakers now. Like it's for collectibles, for people doing clothing and this and that.
Yeah, it'd be really cool to see what all people bring. I know the last convention we went to in Orlando, a lot of things went down, But one of the cool things was, I can't remember who it was or what his name was. The guy in the corner was selling like anime stuff, like anime action figures.
The
things
Funkos.
like
Yeah, some of the Funko Pops. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was like, and I actually talked to that dude. He I was asking him what, like, if he was a collector and seller, and he's like, yeah, I collect. I mostly do horror. Like, and I was like, oh, horror actually has a lot of cool Funkos because, like, it's so easy. A lot of them contain blood. They're characters that people like. Horror genre, like, has done really well. And because, like, Funkos, another thing about Funkos is that they used to, they vault designs. So, like, if there's, like, a certain design from, like, 10 years ago, like, they're never going to release it again. Unless they decide to, but, like, obviously Funko can do whatever they want. But, like, there are designs that, like, in Funkos that are so rare that they're, like, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. They're just incredibly rare because when Funko first started out, it's one of those things. And I used to buy and sell Funkos for, get them for $10 and sell them for like 100, 120. Jeez. It's not a thing anymore because Funko changed their production numbers. Like, you can still make money on, like, when they do, like, the San Diego Comic-Con. Then they do, like, the NYCC Comic-Con. Whenever they do, like, the big Comic-Con events, they usually do, like, Funkos that are exclusive for them or they're exclusive for, like, Hot Topic, Walmart, Target. Like, they have a Danny Phantom one that I was just, like, near impossible to get. It was crazy, insane. But, like, those go for, like, 80 to, like, probably more now. I haven't checked, but the last time I looked, they were, like, $80 to $100. Retail for, like, $14. Like, you bought it for, like, $15. You're like, okay. So, but, yeah, Funko used to be, like, crazy. Used to be, like, crazy numbers. Crazy numbers. Now, like, there's a lot of cool Funkos. Now, I have 2 of them. I want more, but I'm just like...
Oh, yeah? You have a couple?
Yeah, I have 2. I got 2. I have the Batman with tote bag from the San Diego Comic-Con, and then I have a Toucan with tote bag from the San Diego Comic-Con. So, like, they're nothing crazy, run-of-the-mill, but, like, it's Batman with, like, a tote bag and a Toucan with a tote bag. Yeah. And they're from the San Diego, I think, 2018, something like that, 2017. I'd have to look to be sure, but... Yeah, they were rare at one point, and then, like, everyone got them. So I'm just like, okay. So I just opened up and kept them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, people are bringing all kinds of stuff like that. One guy was selling his line of shorts that he created.
Yeah.
They look like boxing shorts. They look really comfy.
Yeah, no, they were.
And the guy that was at the table next to us, he had his own thing going on, right?
Yeah, from New York City. He, when I met him, he'd only lived here for 2 weeks. He was only down here he had just moved like 2 weeks prior to this event.
Jeez.
So, like, we got to talking a bit because, like, when you're sitting next to someone for, like, I was there from 9:30 to, like, 6:30 whenever we left. Like, when I'd gone there, it was just me, and then you guys came later.
Yeah.
But we had talked for a bit, but yeah. And speaking of him, I don't know if I'm going yet logistically. I probably can, but I'm not sure yet. He's talking about going to SneakerCon Dallas. So, which is like a 16-hour drive from Florida. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I want to. Like, I really do. But I'm just like, man. Like, I don't know if I want to wait for SneakerCon Fort Lauderdale. Because, like, then I just spend the whole weekend in Fort Lauderdale. Because I think SneakerCon's like a 2-day event. So, like,
what about a flight?
Well, the thing about a flight is that then you have to ship all your stuff. And then, like, that could get lost.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's not saying it will. But then, like, if you insure, then it takes weeks to get the insurance claim and this and that. You can only bring, like, you can bring everything. But, like, driving, you'd really be able to bring, like, a lot of stuff. Just fill up the trunk, fill up the car where no one else is sitting, stuff like that. So, yeah, we'll see.
Do you think that'd be huge? Do you think that'd be bigger than here?
Oh, SneakerCon is crazy big. I mean, like, some of the events here are big, but I mean, we're talking like 10, 15 times bigger. Like, SneakerCon is like known. They partner with eBay to do their legit checks. Like, they do everything huge.
And it's a couple-day event?
I believe it's a 2-day event, yeah.
Okay.
So, like, I think it's like the 16th or the 15th to the 17th. So I'd be gone from the 15th or the 14th to the 18th. Because it's a 16-hour drive there and a 16-hour drive back.
That's what, September?
October.
October?
Yeah. So, but still got a while to plan for it and see what happens.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I have a few things I have to take care of before that. Then, but yeah, it's a possibility. If not, I'll just wait for SneakerCon Fort Lauderdale because, Fort Lauderdale's a lot closer than Dallas.
You can always rent a van.
Yeah. There's a few possibilities.
There's a SneakerCon in Fort Lauderdale?
Yeah, there's supposed to be, should be in 2023, I believe. They haven't confirmed the date yet, but once they do, I'll probably
That's
going
to be
that.
huge.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. So, trying to go to that for like the whole weekend, just right off the bat, be gone, just enjoy the whole weekend there, be there for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then the next day, breakfast, lunch, dinner,
Yeah.
and already be there and be, get a hotel close to it and boom, boom, boom,
Who knows? Maybe you go to this one and it helps you come up and get more for this next one.
Yeah, so that's what I'm hoping. All the events usually like connect right to each other because coming off this Orlando one, I bought like 20 more pairs. So going with like 35 and then hopefully a bunch of Supreme. I mean, I have Supreme now. I have a few Burberry pieces, still like a Supreme beanie and stuff like that, and then and then hopefully some Fear of God shorts, like essentials and stuff like that. So, but yeah, that's what's coming up. So, should be really fun.
There you go. What's some of your favorite shoes that you have right now that you need to let go of?
That I need to let go of? I'm a big fan of the Off-White Dunks.
Yeah.
Like, Off-White Dunks are probably one of my favorite shoes right now because, like, there's 50 of them, and they're all different. Even though, like, some of them are suede, some of them are leather, like, the colors, like, some of them are just like, whoa, like, they're crazy.
Yeah.
My favorite out of all of them, though, I'm a big fan of the Air Force One Clot Silk, Blue Silk, because when I was actually at the event in Orlando this month, but it was earlier in the month, somebody had the rose gold, and I almost bought them, but they weren't in my size. They were a 9.5, but like they're super, or these are a 9 or 9.5, but like they were super rare. Like they're rare. Even though they don't go for crazy amounts, because like not all rare shoes do, but like if you're a sneaker collector, like that's definitely something you would want in your collection. Because like there's 4 colorways. You have the blue, rose gold, black, and white.
Yeah.
And then I think there's a red one, but like we're talking like Japanese, like years ago.
Yeah.
Like the white one's incredibly rare, like incredibly rare. But the rose gold was the very first time I'd seen it in person going to these events. Because, people, you go to these events and you expect to see shoes that, you don't see every day. And that's definitely what happened at this event.
Yeah.
Because it was a clear day. It wasn't raining. Like, sunshine all day long. Wasn't incredibly hot. It had all the aspects of a good sneaker event.
So people were bringing in their best
people
pairs.
Were bringing in pairs and, and we're expecting to sell pairs. And, a lot of people did sell pairs. I sold like 16, So, but yeah, that's some of my favorite pairs right now.
The Off-White Dunks.
Off-White Dunks and the blue silk clots.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
But it's
Cool.
hard to pick sometimes, man. Like if they were my size, I would not be selling them. Let's just say
Yeah,
it
that's
that
why
way.
you try to buy outside of your size. Yeah.
I try.
Yep. That's my problem right now is buying shoes to wear them. I need to buy them to sell them.
Yeah, it's definitely I'm trying to get a new personal pair because I sold my other ones that I fractured my ankle in because I was just like,
Which
bad
ones?
memories.
Bad juju.
Yeah, it was the Jordan 11 Pure Violets, which are super steezy. I sold them.
Just left a bad taste in your mouth after you rolled your ankle in them, or what?
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna stick.
You got to leave this behind you.
Yeah, because I want I haven't played basketball since because I can't right now because I still can't run or anything like that. I can sometimes barely walk. Walking too fast is just like, pain. So, so I'm just like, I'm just not gonna wear them. I wore them one time after, but I'm just like, nah, they're not really like convenient for wearing out and stuff. So that was another thing that played, because I eventually want to get a pair of Dunks. I don't know what Dunks are SBs or anything like that yet. Well, I shouldn't say that, because I want the Holy Grail Nike SB Concept Holy Grails, which is like an iridescent like color, like, you know, they shine differently depending on the light. So I want those.
When does that one come out?
Well, they've already dropped. They dropped
Okay.
years ago. It's one of those shoes that like dropped forever ago, and they like went up in price because SBs got really popular. They're not like crazy expensive. Like I could buy a pair right now, but like I'm just like, you know, we'll see, because I might get another pair, even though I could buy multiple pairs. I'm like, I like to buy them one at a time, wear them, you know, and be like, oh, you know, let me look at my other one I'm gonna buy.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at right now.
There you go. That's your next buy.
Yeah, hopefully, if I can find a good priced pair. Yeah, that's not like too beat, because like finding them brand new is like incredibly hard. Like I could go on StockX right now, but like, why? That just defeats the whole purpose of trying to track down shoes.
Yeah.
So I'd rather buy them from somebody than StockX, because like StockX is like the cop out, you know.
Yeah.
You're just like, just.
It's about keeping it in the culture.
Waiting,
you know?
like 3 weeks to a month, you know. It's like, you know, I'll just buy them from them, get them in hand. Because sometimes, like, I'm not going to, like, lowball someone, but, like, you know, I'll get them for cheaper than StockX. And I'm putting money in someone else's pocket. So
Yeah.
You know, even though whoever's selling them is making money, but, like, StockX is like, well, that's our money, too.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, man. Like, they are the one with the shoes, even though you're the middleman of the shipping, but, like, it's only
we're trying to spread the wealth, not make the rich man richer. Not trying to make the rich man richer. It's never good when the rich man get richer, you know. We're feeding at the bottom down here. We're trying to get up to the top, you know. So we're spreading the wealth. Skip the middleman.
Yeah, so, you know, that's why I like selling person to person or buying from person to person. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
That's cool. That's cool. Cool. Well, other than that, I got a little thing going on. I started a little clothing brand. We have a couple pieces up for sale. We have a couple pieces up for sale. My name is Drew, and the clothing company is called Jerome Francis Drew. Jerome is my dad, Francis is his dad, and Drew is me. And it's you know, through hearing a lot of stories about my dad and about my dad's dad, you know, we're a lot alike and we're very similar. So, you know, those are people who have made me who I am, you know, people who molded me to be who I've become so far at this point in my life. So I've named my brand after them, after my dad, his dad.
Yeah, we like the inspiration.
And me, Jerome Francis Drew. So that's what, and the, you know, the kind of thought behind it is just, I want to, you know, I like dressing up. I like dressing nice. I like to look good. I like to have prints that are really, you know, elegant and, you know, show you your personality. But I like it to be on more comfortable clothing too. So I'm looking for like things that look good, things that you can wear out to like a nice little dinner party, you know, but also really comfortable as well, you know. And my slogan is where classy meets dope. We're going to have some really elegant, some edgy designs, you know, but they're also going to be comfortable, you know. And
what's the what is the website called again?
And it's jfdclothing.com. And I'm still working on the designs on the website, but it is up, it is running. You can go on there. You can check out a few things. And I've got a couple pieces up for sale. Still doing some creating.
jfdclothing.com.
Yep, that's the one.
Oh, I keep typing clothing wrong. jfdclothing. Clothing.com.
Yep, jfdclothing.com.
Okay,
you can go on there. It's got a couple pieces that I made. I made a hoodie. It's got a little arrow, cross arrow, and it says love.
Well, so how'd you come up with these ideas, like the two you have right now?
What, on the shirts?
Yeah.
So right now I'm using different websites. I'm using Printful, Printify. They have a little clip art, little different designs that you can pick from. And I've picked a lot of different things on there that, you know, are similar to kind of what I want to go with, the path I want to go down. I want to be, you know, uplifting and positive. You know, I like nature a lot, you know, of course, I love. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna see a lot of that from me. You know. But yeah, so that's where I'm at right now with that. But I want to figure out how to, basically draw something on paper and put it on a shirt, without using other people's designs and picking what I like from those. I want to learn how to draw something, just bring it to somebody and say, put this on a shirt.
Yeah, put this on a shirt.
That's the next level, So hopefully we'll get there soon. I don't know if the apps I'm using already will help me with that. I gotta
I
play
think
around
it should.
with those a little bit more,
Yeah,
Maybe I can take a picture of
it should.
something and upload it, and put it on a shirt. But what I'm seeing right now is there's only specific areas, on pieces of clothing that I can put designs on. I don't have like free range on the whole thing, like stitching on the sides or, emblem, like how the...
Yeah, but you can work towards that for sure.
Yeah. So I need to figure out, maybe just get the basics down, maybe drop a collection using the basic apps that I have now.
Yeah, I mean,
see
first
how
collection
do.
Could be really good, like
starter.
stepping stone.
Stepping stone starter,
too.
Little stepping stone.
Yeah.
We'll see how those do, maybe, and then move on from there, get more elaborate.
So have you sold anything yet, or is it still?
I haven't sold anything yet.
No?
I also haven't marketed anything yet.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
I'm kind of waiting until I finish a whole collection. I mean, they're
okay.
there. They're
they're
I saw
the
sale.
Two.
You can get them, but I haven't really said, hey, my name's
hey.
Drew with JFD Clothing. Go to my website and buy this. I haven't made business cards. I want to, they are available. So if you want to go buy one, I'm saying go buy one. Before I market everything, I want to pretty much have the whole collection dropped, and to be honest, I haven't figured out how to, create the pieces, save them, and then drop the whole collection at once. So they're gonna come bit by bit, and when the whole thing's done,
you gotta start somewhere.
I'll tell my mom and my dad to tell friends to tell 10 friends,
10 friends telling 100 friends all of a sudden.
10 friends tell 10
no,
friends.
Well, I mean, once you start up on Instagram, and if that's the route you want to take, like Facebook, TikTok's a really big. TikTok is probably one of the best ways to get you as a person out there, and then your brand out there as well.
Yeah, and I'll buy some pieces, and I'll have them shipped to myself, and then I'll model in them, or I'll have people model in them, and I'll probably do like TikTok videos in the pieces of clothing. Could be even some goofy ass video, and I'm just wearing it, and at the end I'm like
100%.
JFD clothes,
like TikTok is really good, especially for new users. Their algorithm is really nice for new users, and then once you start become more consistent, like it really blends you into that, and you're all of a sudden you're on people's For You pages, with TikTok and stuff like that, and Reels becoming on Facebook, Instagram. So now, like, everything's getting blended together because, TikTok kind of changed the way that people view videos now. And you can definitely see that on Facebook and Instagram where, like, they have the Reels and, like, YouTube Shorts and stuff like that,
Clickbait, man. That's what it is this day. We live in the world of clickbait, so maybe that's what I'll do is make some short videos, short little funny videos or catchy
100%.
videos, whatever.
Be you. Like, be who you want people to see you as. Like, that's the genuine way. Because, like, everyone's, like, trying to be serious and, like, oh, this is, but, like, and then people see in the real world, or like, and they're like, this guy kind of, like, if you're like cool and stuff, and people are like, oh, this guy's cool. Like, I met him once. If that's what ends up happening, you're Say you start bringing, because like, if you start having the pieces with you, like you start getting them like to where you have inventory, like actual inventory, like you can start going to like events and stuff like that, and have like sharing tables and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the goal, man. Hopefully.
So, because I mean, like, eventually, like, I have a graphic designer who's making who's in the process of making 3 designs right now. Hopefully they're done like soon, whatever the timetable is for that, which I don't care, because I got the money and I've waited forever, so like they could take 3 months for all I care. Like, whatever gets the job done, whatever makes that guy feel good about what he's done, And like, I can't wait to bring merch and stuff like that. Like, because like it's gonna be like hundreds of shirts. It's gonna be like a few sizes, of each design, like small, medium, large. Like, nothing crazy. Maybe 5 of each, and eventually like a hoodie, you know, and stuff like simple stuff, nothing crazy, but like just to people wear the merch, you know, because like the designs are kind of cool. Like I came up with one that I've never really seen before, so we'll see what it looks like.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's really cool. The JFD clothing,
Yep.
how you took inspiration from your family for the name and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
People are
we
gonna
all
really dig
think a lot alike too. You know, you'll see a lot of outdoorsy stuff. You know, a
Yeah,
lot of positive,
yeah.
uplifting stuff. You know, we're into music. We're very artsy fartsy. So, you know, so you'll see a lot of stuff like that. You
yeah,
know,
no, you got to really dig that for sure.
and I hope if you look into it, you enjoy it. You know.
Yeah, no, that's the whole goal is for people to enjoy it. So
All right, and then so what's next? What's next with Hype Lounge? What are we looking for moving forward? What can we expect?
well, I talked about it just a few minutes ago, but merch. Well, now we have the podcast for Hype Lounge.
Yeah.
You know, so looking to do that. And just going to events, really. You know, selling locally, getting more out there. Business cards are already here. You know, once we get the merch out there and marketing the merch a bit, you know, people start wearing them and they're like, "Oh, Hype Lounge," you know, what's that? Or, you know, who's that? But yeah, I try to market every day. I've been kind of lacking because we've been trying to get the podcast up and going, so I haven't been posting even though I have so many pairs.
We got a
So
lot
much right
going
now.
on.
Yeah.
You know, we got a lot going on.
So
Trying to get it all going.
yeah, so you know, some things have been lacking a bit, but I'm not worried because you know, Hype Lounge is not like crazy established, but established. You know, like we're at like 1,215 followers. And you know, the number went up, goes down, up, down. You know, but at the end of the day, like we're pretty established. We're not having to worry about like who's seeing us because people are seeing us. You know,
We're also doing this around our regular everyday day jobs.
every day's
you know.
schedule. So, you know, I try to do everything, but I'm only one person.
Yeah, we're working 50-hour weeks. You know, we're working 100 hours between the both of us, and then we're giving it our all on the side too. So we got a lot going on. You know, but we're building and we're growing, and we're definitely hype about it.
No, yeah, 100%. It should be really, really good. This is actually our second episode.
Yeah,
But
we
it's going
did
to be number one.
we did record a podcast number 1. We did it wrong. We did it so wrong.
Oh, so wrong. It was so good, man. So
Yeah, it
good.
was really long. It was
maybe
good.
maybe one day we'll do like, hey guys, like this is our failed.
Yeah, if
episode
you want to listen
1.
to our fail.
This is
you know.
episode B1. The first one was A1. Now it's this is B1.
Yeah,
It's a subcast. But
yeah. This is podcast.
yeah, maybe one
take
day we'll.
2.
Yeah,
you know?
maybe one day we'll just release it and be like, yeah, ha, April Fool's joke.
This is our real number 1.
Yeah, it was a
fool.
real number one. But yeah,
It had some information about the Supreme drop, but it was
Oh my gosh, that episode was so good. We talked about so much,
yeah,
but rookie mistakes.
yeah.
It'll
But that's
probably
all
happen.
right.
It'll probably happen once or twice.
We've learned from it, so yeah. This pretty much brings us to the end of our first podcast, Take 2,
Take 2,
podcast
Take
1B. It's been fun, and I hope you guys enjoy it. You know, are we at the point where people can subscribe or anything like that? Or
Not yet.
is that
Like,
what's to come?
Like, yeah, we have Patreon. We're gonna be posting on Anchor, Spotify, Apple, podcasting, and all that. Because like we can import the audio files and all that. If we have to cut it, then we have to cut it. You know, and we can just do like separate things for one episode. But yeah, so we'll be on multiple platforms, and some of them will be, you know, like the subscription based. Well, we'll add a little bit more, you know, behind the scenes. You know, maybe like a random podcast during the week, you know, if we have time, you know, stuff like that. So,
Well, if you like us, and you can subscribe.
yeah, you just like it, share it.
You know,
No money.
tell
now.
everybody.
Yeah,
We're cool
tell-
guys. We're cool guys from humble beginnings. You know, man, we've just got a lot of talents. We've got a lot of style. We've got a lot of swag, and we're trying to let everybody know about it. You know, we need to stop holding it in. So this is our venture, guys. I hope you like it.
Yeah, we're kind
you
of
know.
in boring Sarasota, even though we're known for the for the quote unquote #1 beach in the world.
Well, Sarasota's dope, but
Yeah,
it just doesn't
Sarasota's
have that. It doesn't have that swag culture.
It's got a lot of people who are like involved in that culture. It's just not really well known because
it's not a prominent hype culture.
Yeah, we just have a lot of like older people that just don't really care, don't want to see it or don't want to hear it or don't know anything about it.
We're trying to promote the edgy vibes, be
yourself. I mean, shoes
show
shoes
your
are
personality.
Yeah, people are like, they think of shoes and like, oh, I can go to Walmart and buy like $15 shoes. It's like, it's a little bit more than that. A lot of shoes have really nice backstories,
stories and memories.
Yeah, they have stories, where they came from. A lot of people, honestly, like we talked about it earlier. A lot of people like them, like shoes. Even though people don't always like resellers, such as myself, this and that. Sometimes we get a bad rep, but a lot of times we're bringing shoes that people just cannot get. Like, it's just impossible, you know. But yeah, so that, this is episode 1, take 2.
Side B.
Yeah, this is, reverse the tape, flip it, rewind it, here we are. But yeah, we really hope you guys enjoy it, and we will be doing
and real quick, another one of our goals I forgot to mention. Another one of our goals is to start a little voice for people who want to start something for themselves. A small business, little side business. Some of these things. Sorry, we're forgetting about because we did do another podcast and we mentioned a whole lot of different things that we won't be able to remember or we can't repeat. Because it'll be impossible. But so we're trying to do this, not only for ourselves and to promote our own businesses, but if you hear this, if you're local, reach out to us. We'll get you on the podcast. If you're trying to turn a hobby into a business, or if you've got a little side business of your own, whatever it may be, we're interested in it. We support people who are trying to make a stamp of their own on this place we call Earth.
Yeah, it does not have to be shoe related, clothing related. It can be, just a regular hobby like the hula hoop. You like to toss fire.
I'm down to have some fun.
We want to bring people on that are local to the community, and eventually have other people, if they want to like fly in, maybe some like money, whatever, if we're making money, we'll give you a little bit of money.
Fat ass bag of money too. Do that.
No, we'll give you money. We'll pay you to come on the show. Once we start, making a little bit of money. Nothing crazy, but people want to like, oh, we like Hype Lounge, but we're not local. Okay, maybe we'll fly you out. We don't know. We'll see. We'll
if we're that big at that point,
we'll see where it goes. We'll bring on anyone who wants to come on. If you want to come from Alaska, shit, I'll pay your plane ticket right now.
Some crazy shit. Wherever you are, whoever you are,
Yeah, so hula hoop and painting. You're an artist. Like.
Even just, it doesn't have to be a business.
It doesn't have to be anything.
Hobby,
whatever. Small business. If you own an air conditioner company, okay, cool. Tell us how you started it. What made you want to do it? Stuff like that. We love to hear it because even though like we do shoes and clothing and fashion collectibles, like everyone has a story that they like. Even if you don't like it and you like something. Something.
We're hype about life, so. We're trying to bring our lifestyle to you, so you bring our lifestyle to your lifestyle to us.
Yeah, that's our slogan. We're bringing the lifestyle to you, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Let
us know.
So
we appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, that is it. Thank you for listening.
Podcast numero uno.
Take 2, side B, rewind us, and here we are.
All right. I'm Drew.
I'm John, and have a great night.
Hype Lounge Podcast. Oh.